At maximum capacity, Tesla is currently able to turn out around 5,000 electric vehicles every week. This is a huge improvement from its output as of 2019, and yet still not quite close to the target Elon Musk has set for the company by the end of 2021. Still, the fact remains that Tesla's rate of production has spiked significantly, and it has two factors to thank for this. One is the fact that more and more people are getting sold on the concept of electric cars and are thus ordering more. The other is the fact that more people are beginning to get interested in Tesla itself as a brand. Now, Tesla itself is a pretty nascent company, as we all know. So how has it been able to boost its rate of production up to this point in such a relatively short time? Well, to answer that, we have to begin with the why. Why electric cars at all? And in trying to answer that, we find ourselves in the middle of the chicken and the egg debate. Did the dissatisfaction with fossil fuel lead to the introduction of electric car concept? Or did the launching of companies like Tesla, which opened the world to new possibilities, spark the pro-electric, anti-fossil fuel debate? Regardless of what the answer to that question is, the fact remains that Tesla entered the market to resounding success. It has been patronized by some of the biggest names around the world, beginning from when it launched its Model S in the early 2010s. And then as the decade came to an end, Tesla released the more affordable Model 3, which meant that buyers with humbler means could also get their hands on a Tesla as well. By the time Tesla opened its stores, sales once again skyrocketed, and this naturally put CEO and tech billionaire Elon Musk under extreme pressure to deliver on targets. Targets that before now would have been simply impossible. And so it became obvious that a new plan had to be developed, and developed fast too. The first thing Elon Musk did was to implement autonomy on a large scale in his factories around 2017 when the Model S was produced. However, this didn't exactly pan out as well as most first ideas typically turn out. Besides, what Tesla was doing was highly sophisticated and complicated, and so an initial setback was only to be expected. Nevertheless, you can't help notice the huge step Tesla's Gigafactory has taken from the time it was first purchased from General Motors in 2010 to now. By the time the Model 3 was launched and demand surged, Tesla knew it had to take another crack at speeding up manufacturing processes, so it constructed this gargantuan tent outside of its factory at Fremont, California. This turned out to be a great move, as in 2019 alone, Tesla was able to produce roughly 250,000 Model 3s from that tent. Tesla simplified the product lines and ensured that most of the parts entering into this stage were pre-assembled and shelf-ready. So rather than assembling the frame, material, and stitching to make the seat, for instance, the seat came pre-assembled, and all the workers had to do was to fit it into the car frame. The production line comes with only 43 steps, which is way fewer than the number of steps involved in conventional auto manufacturing. Of course, if you know anything about Elon Musk or Tesla, it shouldn't come as a surprise to you that the Gigafactory is littered with robots. In fact, the body shop of the Model 3 has about 1,000 robot employees working there. These robots are supposed to help make processes more efficient by improving accuracy and saving precious time. And apparently, they actually do this and do it well. For instance, many have said that the panel gaps on Tesla's cars have improved considerably, leading some to say that the new generation of Tesla cars could easily compete with German cars. As you probably know, Germany, by popular consensus, is the gold standard when it comes to manufacturing. So that's saying a lot for Tesla and its robotic staff. Besides the panel gaps, even the bodies of cars leave the process a lot cleaner, with fewer inconsistencies or defects in the metalwork. And so by the time the paint is applied, it only goes to enhance the premium quality of the cars. Now, although the robots really have hastened Tesla's automaking process, taking the car from merely a shell to a full-fledged vehicle in only about 90 minutes, along with the short 100-foot journey, Tesla's car manufacturing process is not completely automated just yet. Musk still has many human beings in its employ, as there are certain processes that only people can carry out, many that even do better than machines. A good example is looking after the robots themselves. However smart and accurate robots are, they still need to be looked after by humans. However, Musk still has his eyes on the ball and will remove humans from the automaking process wherever possible, as he has declared. As far as he's concerned, the automaking process is only as fast as its slowest component. And when you think about it, the slowest component in any manufacturing process is people. Hence, in keeping with the vision to make excellence cars more quickly, Musk has openly admitted that he would be cutting out the slowpokes, aka humans, wherever possible. But people will continue to maintain the machines, upgrade them, and deal with any anomaly that might arise, as only the human's brain is capable of problem solving for now. Elon Musk's goal for 2020 and a few short years to come is to produce 1 million cars per year. However, in 2020, Tesla's output was only about half the target. Still, 2020 was not your regular year, and even at that, Tesla still showed a 36% increase in its production rate, which is something to be really proud about. However, the tent in Fremont, California is definitely not large enough or equipped enough to produce the huge amount of Model 3s needed to meet demand, and so production will be spread globally to cater to the different key markets around the world. There have even been rumors that there would be one gigafactory in each continent of the world, and that might not even be a distant dream. For instance, the gigafactory in Shanghai, China was built from scratch in less than a year. And from the look of things, the gigafactory set to launch in Berlin would open its doors even faster. Now, many car makers typically outsource different parts of their manufacturing process to third-party manufacturers, such as stamping. Stamping is a process in auto manufacturing that involves the bending of materials to configure them into shape. But Tesla intends to cut its production time and expenses down considerably by making all of its processes, including stamping, in-house. But it's not been all rosy, though. Musk confesses that there have been a few teething issues with the autonomous style of assembling that Tesla employs. For instance, there have been a few cases where processes had to be repeated from the start after a human spotted a flaw that had been overlooked by the robots. However, the processes rely on machine learning and artificial learning, both of which aid the self-healing of flaws and the manufacturing process, as well as induce improvements as well. As many people probably know, Tesla can collect massive amounts of data about its cars and its uses. But something many people don't talk about is how Tesla collects much of this information from itself, that is, from its assembly machinery. Still, autonomy and robotics are still in their infancy. They haven't fully developed yet. Computer vision, that is how a computer sees and interacts with its environment, when developed, would be a huge step forward for Tesla, as it continues to depend on autonomy and robotics in the manufacturing of its cars. In truth, implementing this is super expensive up front, but it more than pays for itself in the long run. Many people have had the opportunity to visit the Gigafactory, and the results of such visits look promising. The feedback so far has been amazing, and many have only good things to say about the reality of the efficiency of the autonomous machinery. Some even believe that Tesla can hit a production rate of 10,000 cars weekly in the nearest future, with just a few tweaks and given time to grow. And this is talking about output from one factory alone. Tesla is unlike any other automaker in the world, sitting somewhere in the middle of a tech company and a car-making company. Elon Musk is not only reinventing the way cars are manufactured and assembled at Tesla, he is also rewriting the car-making process for the entire industry. As Tesla continues to pioneer in this space, it won't be long before we see other automakers follow Tesla's path. Right now, customers typically have to wait extra long periods to receive their Tesla after ordering, sometimes weeks and sometimes months. However, most of this time is actually spent in the shipping stage, which of course has to be after the backlog of previous orders have been cleared. But the car itself is usually ready within 3 to 5 days. This means that as Tesla continues to open factories around the world, we can expect the time for ownership to be cut down considerably, perhaps to a few weeks or maybe even just a few days sometime in the future. But of course, this has come at a cost, the loss of jobs for hundreds of factory workers. Still, it is obvious that this is the direction in which the world is going. So maybe it's time to embrace the future rather than fear it. What do you think? Do let us know what you think in the comment section, and we'll catch you in the next video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to Top Quick Peek.